Very good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. And We have just started, we have seen some more students and our colleagues are joining. So we'll just allow another 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll start with the introduction and we'll start with the webinar. Just allow us 2 minutes, guys. Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for joining. We are expecting few more students to join for this session, but considering the timelines, we would begin with this session to know more about the one of the premium college in Canada, Georgian College. So today's topic is, guys, how to be professionally successful in Canada with Georgian College. So just to give you a background, guys, today we have Mr. Rohan Rawat from Georgian College. He is a kind of a legend in the overseas education industry with a experience of over a decade. He's been associated with Georgian College for so long. He would be the best person to guide you and advise you about the Georgian College, because I'm sure he knows in and out about the Georgian College and Canada as in whole. So this session would be really insightful for all of you guys. So I request you to pay your attention to this session, share your experience with other students, your friends and family. And in case you have any questions and query, you can send your questions and query in the chat box. We'll try to answer all of them. So thank you so much, Rohan, for taking out time today for this session along with our students. Rohan, you are on mute, I think.
Yeah. No, actually, I have to take your permission. You are the host. So thank you very much for your kind words. and I welcome everyone who has joined this session. I'm sure you can ask any kind of update, any kind of question as a student, as a parent, or as a counselor that you really feel is, getting on your way while you are counseling a student, or if you are a student, these are four, things that you really want to know before making a decision to choose maybe destination as Canada or Ontario or Barrie as a city or Georgian as a college. So you can ask me even general question. I'll be happy to share the update, and I will try to give you as much information as I can. And I'm sure with Ankit, this will be a great session. And the student who will not be able to join can see the recorded version on the AECC channel. Right today, I'm in Bangalore. Also met few students in the office. Right, they had a lot of doubts for the new update. And also with the beginning of this session, I also informed that for today onward, we will have an application fee waiver for India, right? Starting. So this is the first session I'm doing. So I just got the confirmation. We just had some strategy. So student attending can also contact the AECC office. They are spread all across the India. So you can join any of the office, or their team will contact you and you can make an application if you're serious about the program, if you are qualified for the program, and it can also save you $100 from the today session.
Great news, Rohan. So I think that will definitely give a good boost to the students who are aspiring to study in Canada. And Georgian is, I'm sure, like their it will be like their prime preference. So to start with, as you have already mentioned, like you have already said, students can ask questions about Georgian, Canada, Barrie, Ontario. So I have jotted down few questions which I feel is like going to be the prime importance from the students' point of view. So first question, like, is from our side is, in recent months, like, Canada has been in news for a lot of things, which has happened, be it new updates, be it new IRCC policies, changes in programs, PPP, all those stuff which were coming in. So from your side, like, we would like to know your opinion because you have been in this industry for over a decade. So what do you feel like, with all the new IRCC changes coming in the picture, what, according to you, is still key factors students can choose to study in Canada?
So I think thank you for the question. And it's a very, very important update because I'm sure you can see the scenario and you can see, the history of Canada. The change is always meant for good, right? So all the changes that government is making is to make the student life better, having student having more opportunity, and the student struggle should go less, whether it's accommodation, whether it's part-time job, whether it's full-time employment, whether it's about selecting a right college, right? So as mentioned, the new update that PPPs will not be giving the work permit anymore because they really felt that there was like too many students coming, and that's why they have put a cap on especially all the province. So the numbers are different, but it does not impact the student. But it only helps the student to choose a better college. Now the question is that students should choose the college by looking at the facilities of the college, looking at the library, looking at the faculty, looking at your program, looking at the lab facility which is by the college. Because all these factors contribute towards your personality development. Because if you're exposed to a practical education, I'm sure it's easy for you to crack the interview. So the change is for good to make the student life better in Canada. And Canada as a destination is still one of the safest countries, still one of the most welcoming country abroad. Cost of living, if you turn in terms of return of investment, is really good, especially when you're coming to a community college like Georgian, because it has work opportunity, it has co-op program where students are paid. So Canada as a destination is still very, very popular, and I'm sure will be the highest student taking destination, not from India, but from South Asia and all over the world.
I agree. I totally agree, Rohan. So a great point mentioned is like, while choosing a college and a program should be the prime importance from student point of view. So coming to the next question, like I would like to know from your side and from Georgian College side, like, can you give us a overview, like, where it is located, what are the main programs, how you guys support the students? Start with the location and what is the prime location of this college?
So we are based in Ontario. Our main and flagship campus is in Barrie. So just to share about Barrie, Barrie is now very nowadays is on news because it's one of the safest city to live in Canada. So I'm sure if you're a parent, if you're hearing this session or gonna see the recorded version, why people choose us is also because of the safety, right? Because the prime motive, especially when a student is just pass out 12, they look at how safe is the city. So we are one of the safest city. Most of the people that live in Barrie are Canadian, or like you could say white, right? And we have a very great mix of domestic and international students. We have roughly around 13,000 students, out of which only 6,500 are international, that are also coming from 85 different countries. So you will have 50% of the Canadian students studying in the campus, right? So you can meet them. So it could be a possibility that there are more South Asian, Africa, Latin Americans in your class. But students are involved in the campus, in sports, in international service, in part-time jobs, in library, in labs, in sports events. So this all will help them meeting the student from different communities, culture, and background. And when you talk about the campus, we are really, really big. We are 100-acre as a campus. So maybe I'll also show you in by the end of the session a small YouTube tour about the college, so that you can feel, and then you can choose and imagine yourself for being in that such big college. Big college means not just big facility, but also give birth to part-time job. So if I have a bigger library, that means we need more hands, right? So there are peer mentorship. As I'm saying, we are a big college. We also have a student union, which is called as GCSA. So they are employed by the college. All the students who are elected in the union are paid by the college. They do a lot of events in the college. They recruit around 200 to 300 students part-time to do all these activities. They also run our 2 restaurant, which is inside the college, and all the funding goes back to the student union to invest on the student. We have Subway, we have Tim Hortons, we have Pizza, we have Marketplace, we have blends inside the campus. So all these give opportunity for the student to work on campus. Like if you see our gym, it's a huge Olympic-sized gym. So a lot of student who is doing a health-related program, or who have done something in their domestic country in health, or they've been fitness freak, right? So they always have an opportunity to have a part-time job in the area. And looking at the Barrie is also one of the fastest growing cities. So we have a lot of companies, a lot of malls coming. We have a lot of warehousing which is coming to Barrie. If you talk about the Indian restaurant, right? So whenever we talk about a city which is off GTA, we always want to know whether we are able to get groceries, whether we are able to get the Indian food or a South Asian food. So we have close to 12 to 14 restaurants which are hardcore South Asian. We have South Asian grocery store. So you don't have to go out from the city to buy anything, whether it's a small thing like, hey, I want to have Maggie, right? Or maybe I want to have, in the night, I want to go out to have a pan or an ice cream or a faluda, right? So we have Royal Pan. Everything is in Barrie. So the point is safest city to have the maximum international exposure, and very, very close to Toronto Airport. We are only 55 minutes drive.
Great. I think that's a really valid point. Because as a student, when you go abroad, you want to experience different things. It's like, you're leaving your home country, so you are making an effort from your side. So studying in a diverse college and a location is going to help a student, build up a good personality, and definitely will help them in getting a great job opportunity. My next question is kind of related to this only. Although you have already mentioned, what are the key selling points, but still I would like to understand, because we all know, Ontario is one of the province where Canada has most number of institutions. So
Yeah.
what is the key distinguish point which Georgian has and other colleges doesn't have? Any three which you want to mention here?
I would firstly say there are no selling point when it comes to education. Because education cannot be sold, it is the experience, and that's why you will go with our saying, it says experience Georgian. But why to choose Georgian? I can tell you a few points that why one should come to Georgian College, right? So we are being pioneers in co-op programs. We are the only college who claims to be a leaders in co-op education. I'm sure everyone know about co-op. They think it's internship, but the biggest difference is that we help the student to find the co-op. Student don't have to find the co-op themselves. And most of the co-op program, 99% of the co-op program in Georgian College are paid. So we help you. And how we are able to help you? Because we have 6,200 employer partners. We have around 1 lakh successful alumni as of October 2023. So the number will gonna go up. Last, 3 months back, our graduate success rate was 88, and now it has gone to 90.3. And we have been over the provision rate. So when you talk about the province called Ontario, so we have been above most of the colleges in Ontario, and we exceed from past 25 years. So it's been 2 decades and 5 years more. All our program focus on practical hands-on learning. So whether your program can be non-co-op, right? But it has a practical component because we really want to get the best out of you, right? As I told you, it's a multicultural campus. People speak around more than 50, like 52 languages are spoken, in the campus because we get students from 86 different countries. We celebrate all kind of festivals. Student Union are the people who advocate on the student behalf. Also would like to share, we are the only and the first change maker college in Ontario, right? This is something that we have an incubation center. We also have, if you want to do something towards sustainability, we have mentors available for you on the campus. So it is just not the college, just not the city, but the experience that we give the student to make them a better individual. And the most important factor, we focus on making them more employable. So we will gonna focus on the skills which will make you more employable, because in the end, the goal of the college is not just the admission. The goal of the college is to maintain our graduate success rate, maintain the placement, maintain the company which are tied up with us, and give you maximum benefit and return of investment on the money that you'll be spending at Georgian.
Great. So that is something, which I was about to ask you in my, upcoming question. You have already said, we all know, like, Georgian College has one of the highest graduate employability rate, 90%, which is exceptionally, high. And definitely it is, above the, like, provincial, average, which other colleges are maintaining. So that is something, a great, point which students can take it up. Further going down in this webinar, I would also like to know, you have already mentioned, like, there are a lot of co-op programs. So would you like to give us some insights on few of the popular programs and how, as a college, I remember, like, you once spoke, like, you have a great tie-up with a great company like Honda, like, wherein you
Yeah.
send your student as in co-op or internship. So can you give some more insights related to those programs and how these students are getting placed further?
So we have many academic areas. So when you're talking about Honda, the Honda duly come with us for mechanical precision, technical skill, and a very, very unique program called automotive business. So I'm sure automotive business could be a new thing for you. It's not technical, but it is how to manage a showroom, how to open a dealership. It's like one of the program wherein we have 100% placement, and even 100% placement on co-op because we have more companies and less student. You can also Google or put on YouTube the biggest auto show of North America that happens at Georgian College. So we host the biggest auto show, which makes us very, very unique for this program. And around 10 to 20,000 people come to see, and all the big companies, not just from Canada, but from North America, come and showcase their car. Then we have business and management as academic area. When you are a 12th class student, we have many co-op programs, business, entrepreneurship, accounting, human resource. When you go to the PG level, we have marketing, HR, supply chain, global business management. Then we have computer studies. If you're at 12th, you can look at networking, you can look at programming. But if you're a graduate student, especially when I'm today at Bangalore office, I think artificial intelligence, big data analytics, cyber security, research analysts, project managers are very, very popular program here in Karnataka. And students are doing really, really well in this field. And as we have also launched our 1+1 program, so you can take two programs together. So maybe artificial intelligence with project management, maybe big data with project management. So there are a lot of facilities now with Georgian College that you can take. If you're looking at design, we have graphic design, design and visual arts. If you're looking at engineering, after 12, we have electrical, we have mechanical, we have civil, we have architecture, we have mechatronics. When you look at health, we have biotech, we have pharmacy, we have nursing, We have office admin health services. If you're looking at hospitality, we are also one of the best school to do hospitality program. I can show you some lab. We have artificial restaurant. We have lab design as a kitchen. So we have hospitality, tourism, recreation. When you talk about human services, that is our second best campus, which is Aurelia, wherein we offer social service worker, development service worker, early childhood education, addiction and prevention. Then we have liberal arts. We have marine study, which is based out of our own sound campus, right? That is 3 hours drive from Toronto. This is a unique location full of part-time job because the population is very, very low. But we have unique program like power engineering technology, nursing, and social service worker at Owen Sound campus. We also have one more campus, which is very, very close to GTA, very close to Brampton, which is Orangeville, wherein we give personal support worker and our nursing PG program. So this is all about the campus, all the programs. Some program are with co-op, some are with field placement, some are with internship, but every program has emphasis 100% on practical education.
Yeah, that's a great and diverse range of programs which Georgian is having. Moving ahead, I would also like to know here is like, since you have already mentioned you have great employers tie-up, so what a student should consider, like, when they graduate, because this is a burning topic, like, a lot of students are worried about, like, getting placement. It's a common thing which I'm asking you here,
For sure.
related to Canada, not specific to Georgian. So what advice or tips you would like to give to the students who are currently studying in Canada, or aiming to study, how they should be prepared so that they end up getting a job in Canada? What should they do?
I think this is a very good question. I keep doing when I'm talking to students, when I'm talking to parents, when I go for sessions. I think this is the most important factor because it doesn't matter whether you're studying in my college. If you don't have a good job, like, so I also feel that maybe I didn't recruited the right student for the program, right? So as an advice to all the students, no matter which college you are choosing in Canada, make sure you check the additional student support service. So I'll give you an example. So we have career and co-op center because some students have a co-op, so they will be assigned a mentor. But what about those students who don't have co-op? So they can go to career center. So we have, our mentor, which help them for resume writing on the website, on the cover letter. And it's not about full-time job. So even if you're applying for a part-time job, you can walk in there. I'm new to Canada. I want to apply to McDonald's. Can you help me with the resume format? Right? So use and check. Most of the faculty in Georgian college come with the industry experience. So we don't have a faculty which have been only teaching. We hire the professional who know what is the skill set which will be required to make the student employable. Second most important point is networking. If you are well networked, you don't have to find a job, the job will find you. So maybe there is a job at Tim Hortons, but it will be only out later. But the person who is working there can tell you that, hey, there is a vacancy. So if you're well networked, it is a great advantage. Try to work some volunteer work on the campus. Try to be involved in the community service. Try to be involved in activity. So most of the students who work on campus are paid, but most of the students volunteer in the first semester to build up the rapport, to understand everything. Do not rush to find part-time jobs. If you reach Canada, give it a pause. Could be a possibility you find a job in the first week. Could be a possibility you don't find the job in the first year also. But do not panic. That is why we have a GIC for first year, that you are taken care financially. But if you focus well on the first month, build your rapport with the teacher, understand how much time is left after doing your assignment, and then choose the job wisely. Do not just run after part-time job, and it might, later it might impact on your education. Because right now you might be focusing on part-time job, but you might miss on a bigger job that will come after the graduation. So when you have good rapport with the teachers, good rapport with your senior, with the alumni, you have a lot of referrals coming. So references are key in Canada. Networking is key in Canada, and self-motivation and self-learning. Always try and coming out from your comfort zone, right? So I'm sure if being an Indian, we always go to the campus and see in the orientation and sit with Indians. So it's okay to sit with your friends, but always try to make friends with the other community, because we are there to have Canadian work experience. And Canada, why Canada is so welcoming? Because every fourth person has come from some other country, have settled down, right? So even if you're talking to 10 white students, right? So maybe 5 of them, some have come from Russia, some have come from Latin America. So it's a country which will welcome you with open arms. And that's how the culture of Canada is. That's why the student, it's a very student friendly and student supportive. So uh, be active on the career and co-op center, be active on the update on the campus, be active on your emails, on the employment platform. You can start following the companies from today that you want to work in Canada. So maybe you want to work with Deloitte today, but your course will gonna finish after 3 years. So follow the company from today, understand the pattern, that what kind of student they hire. So be active on LinkedIn. There are many other job websites which are there in Canada. So it is okay that you'll be applying after 6 months, but it is always great to do planned things than unplanned things. Join the social media of your college so that you see what kind of activities happens in the college. What kind of community support do Berry get? So we are a part of Simcoe community, and the community itself is very, very supportive towards the college. So do networking. So make friends on social media, make friends on Indian Association, understand, talk to your alumni, talk to your seniors, network well. So if you are doing this, trust me, you don't have to think about jobs. There will be a lot of opportunity coming. It could be a possibility you're not selected, but yes, there are opportunities will be there because there are not one portal, but many more friends which will tell you that these are the jobs available in Canada.
I think those are the great advice, because we at AECC also personally feel like, we always be very transparent and give a right approach to the student. And rightly mentioned, because studying abroad itself is a great learning experience which a student needs to do in a foreign country. And in terms of Canada, like, these, advices which you have given definitely gonna help. And in terms of Georgian, I have like followed your social media channel. So coming to the next question would be like from Georgian side, like there are a lot of activities which are done, be it any festival or like be any job fair. So how often and how inclusive it is for the students who are there in Georgian college and like in the community also.
So Georgian keep on hosting a lot of events. So we are the only college in Berry. So that's why I've talked about student union. So there are multiple activities that keep happening in the campus. So if you are connected, you will be updated. Many of the students miss out even looking at our rugby stadium. So they miss out on gym and they find out after a year it was free. It is just because you are not exploring. So that's what I'm saying. First month, be connected. Make sure you attend your orientation. Everything is explained. What are the facility? What are the student support service? We have first year experience as a separate department, which will help you to transit with the community. Then we have peer mentorship. Please enroll yourself. Go to the library and enroll your for peer mentorship. For example, you are facing challenges in maths or maybe any communication, maybe time management that you're not able to finish your paper. So there are peer mentor. All these facilities are free. One-to-one tuition you can take in the college, absolutely free. The whole access to the library, lot of assignment, lot of projects. Then the incubation center, then the change making. We have 3, bigger cinema-based halls. So companies come, give lectures, attend them. I'm sure, and make sure even if you have a chances of having an online class, always attend in person because you learn from the experience.
Yes.
And we always motivate our student to be in the classroom, even sometimes they have an opportunity, because every time you are going to the classroom, you're learning something new. If you make the effort for the first 2 years, trust me, it will be easy for you to find a good full-time job. I have seen a lot of students struggling, doing a lot of part-time job after the courses also, after having full work permit, because they just got focused with their part-time job and they weren't able to do the networking. So balance yourself. Canada is a place for practical education. Canada is a place we really want students to work part-time. Even if you work at McDonald's, you learn punctuality, you learn management, you learn time management, you will learn coordination, you will learn communication. So I always motivate the student to work part-time, but balance. If you don't have time, no need to. But if you are balanced enough, if you have free time, trust me, you will going to do good, not just in academic, but in your personal life too.
Yeah, absolutely. As a student, you should see a longer vision rather than
Yeah.
like, a short-term goal of just earning additional dollars and, working extra hours. So that's a really valid point, Rohan. Coming to the next question is, as an international student, there is an expense to, any college fees or like, living costs. So from Georgian College, is there any financial support or scholarship? If yes, you can elaborate on that. Otherwise, also, can you just brief like how they can manage their finances while they are studying in Georgian College?
I think this is a very good question. We do distribute around $750,000 every year. So there are two types of scholarship. One is entrance scholarship, which is again very, very tough. It's $2,000, but very limited for India. So I've shared a link on the chat window wherein you can find bursary, award, scholarship, grant. So once you are there in Canada, again, we have a separate department. You can walk into the center, take the information that on which award or which grant or which scholarship I'm eligible. So most of the students are able to have around $1,000 back from the college. But again, the added advantage, you can check on campus job, be networking and on campus job. We also have some job fair happening at the college. You should be a part of the career team. You should enroll yourself, attend some lectures. If you are in a co-op program, you can definitely meet your mentor, take an appointment, ask them to help you for the personality, ask them to help you on the communication. Also, one added advantage when you come to Barrie, all the bus transport, you don't have to buy a ticket. Everything is included in your fees. So the buses throughout the city are absolutely included in your fees. Your gymming, your all sports activity are part of it. So you don't pay anything additional.
I think compared to the other cities like GTA, students will be able to save a lot more while they are studying in Berry. As you mentioned, the free bus pass or like, gym, other stuff. And campus itself is a huge campus wherein they can explore different activities.
See,
So I think
when
that's a
you
great point.
Yeah, sorry. So when you live in GTA is great to live, right? I keep exploring, but yes, for student it's tough because they don't have their own car, and everything is paid. The parking even in college is paid. So even if you buy a car, because every student is thinking, hey, let me buy a bigger car because it's cheap, it's economical, it's easy to buy a Audi or a Mercedes there. But it's the insurance, it's the parking, which is very expensive, right? So most of the student travel by the bus. In GTA, there is no free bus pass. You have to make a pass, you have to have a go train, you have to have a transit because GTA is like right now I'm in Karnataka, so it's a big spread. So one city can be Bangalore, so other city can be Mysore or Hubli or Dharwad or Shimoga, right? So everything is far away. So I would always say that when you come to Berry, you are because you already paid for your bus, so you don't have to pay anything additional. So I always say that you also save on the time of commute. So when you sometime looking at GTA, people select maybe Toronto, people go to Brampton, but they traveling time is more than 1.5 hours for a student. So time saved, you can use it for studying, you can use it for resting. I'm not saying that use it for doing part-time job, right? Your fatigue can go down. So it is always advisable to be very supportive toward the committee. We also host in Barrie maximum number of water sport activities in Ontario. So there are summer camps that happens. There's a lot of again part-time job opportunity. We have recently when I was there in Canada, I had a Latin festival. So a lot of all the Latin people were there, and there was a huge festival. So all give part-time job, and then we have weekend gateways like Collingwood, uh, Midland, Muskoka. So if students have 3 month vacation, they go to that destination, work part time, earn and come back because there are no students. So they really the employment rates are very high there. So a lot of opportunity when you come to Berry, a lot of opportunity when you come to Georgian. And we in Georgian truly believe to make a difference and give you a Georgian experience.
Great. So that's the tagline of Georgian College.
Yeah.
Great. So we are almost coming to the end of this webinar. So before the end, I would just wanted to understand from you, what are the standard admission criteria? If you can just briefly tell us about UG and PG separate.
Yeah. So I would say that when you talk about the admission criteria, we need a minimum 55 to 60% to apply for any of the program. If you're applying for computer engineering, we focus on your maths mark. If you're applying for a health program, we check your bio. If you're applying for a super medical program like nursing, we need minimum 80%, minimum 75 in each. So each program, but generic is 55 to 60% bare minimum. And IELTS is for UG is minimum 6.0 all section, and PG is 6.5 minimum 6 in all section. We only accept SDS application. We will be starting taking TOEFL also from today, right? So with your session, I think I'm giving more update about the college. So there will be an application fee waiver for till next month end. So it's a 1.5 month, application fee waiver, which will be applicable for India. And when I talk about the other update is that, yes, you can also apply with PT. So now you can apply with all the English language test to Georgian College. Even if you have a Duolingo and you have a date booked for IELTS, you can have an unconditional offer letter with the help of Duolingo.
Even the students who have recently passed out from grade 12, they can apply on
They can apply for a conditional offer letter. So we give conditional offer letter on the basis of IELTS and also on the basis of academic. But we would need the registration proof for the English test, whichever you are taking.
Great. Rohan, we are done with my kind of questions. So we have few questions in the chat box.
Yeah, I could see the first question is regarding a student who paid the fees and they got an email based on the share withdrawal form, so that I can please fill out. So if you're withdrawing from the admission and the reason of withdraw is apart from visa refusal, then the $2,500 will not be refunded. But if you are doing a refund within the 2 weeks of your visa refusal, definitely you can have a full refund. So I would request you to please tell me, Karan, that did you have a visa refusal? What was the reason for you to take the refund? So in case if it is anything apart from visa refusal, then there is no refund on the $2,500.
I think, Karan, we would advise you to reach out to your counselor at AECC, and further we can connect with Rohan and take this case as an exception and discuss. But already mentioned by Rohan, refunds are done on the basis of visa refusal only. So you can read out these refund policies which Rohan has already input in this chat box. One other question is there, Rohan. It is related to PAL. So a lot of queries which are coming related to PAL. So some students are not clear, how much they need to pay. So this
I will give you the update on that.
Yeah.
So there is one more question. 10 plus 2 admission can be taken or only yes, 10 plus 2 can be also taken, and UG also. We don't have accommodation crisis in the city. We have in-campus accommodation. We have 4 nearby hostel. We have the whole community supporting the student. We have a dedicated team who will assist you for accommodation. So even if you're not taking the on-campus accommodation, they will assist you, telling that these are the accommodation available. You can also download an app called Kikiji. Kikiji give you a lot of option on accommodation. You can also check accommodation in Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, for accommodation, I can also vouch on that because we have sent a lot of students in Georgian. So we haven't faced any student, who was, worried about their accommodation. So that would be a great choice to take Georgian. Another question is related to PAL, wherein one student, Vidhi, has mentioned, I have paid my deposit of $2,500. Then can I apply for PAL from the college?
Yeah, you will get automatically the form will be coming to your email ID. Once you fill it, you will get the PAL within 7 working days.
But Rohan, I wanted to mention, she has mentioned she has paid only $2,500.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay. As if now there is no rule that we need a semester fees or a year fees to issue PAL. So most of the students have already got an email, and we have already issued most of the PAL for May and most of the PAL for September. So it's in process. So you will get it easily. That is not a problem at all.
But once they get this PAL, definitely for the visa purpose, they need to make the complete deposit and lodge the visa, right?
Yeah, because as if I told you that we only do SDS, right? So it will be around, so student will be paying the whole fees before coming to the country. So PAL, I'll just give you a clarity. PAL has nothing to do with the student. Anyway, the student were applying under SDS. They were paying the fees, they were paying the deposit. So it doesn't make any impact on the student life as of now. So there is no restriction, there is no challenges due to PAL for a student life.
Great. Chirag wants to know more about electrical engineering program.
So I've
Fees
shared the
for.
link, I've shared the catalog with you. So this is also one of a very, very good program. And trust me, I want to tell everyone that yes, computer, artificial intelligence is the future, but technical program have more jobs right now. So electrical, power engineering, civil, architecture, they have a lot of job. And particularly when you're talking about electrical, most of the students are get into government jobs, right? So, and because we have 3 paid co-ops in this program. So I've shared this, and the fees for all the programs is ranging from $17,000 to $20,000.
Great. We have a very specific question related to a deferral offer letter.
Yeah.
So Kettle wants to know, like, I have a program for May 24 intake. My question is related to my offer letter. Due to some issues, I have to change my intake. Can you please escalate my defer offer letter?
Yeah, so we still have the deferral deadline. So I would request to connect you with your counselor. We have a program change deferral form that they can submit on the portal and you can apply easily. So that is not a problem at all.
Right. Another question is, I need to know about BSc nursing or BSc biology. Is there any program available?
So if you don't have maths in class 12, you cannot do nursing. But if you have 12th class maths, then definitely you can do the nursing program. Our requirements are a little higher for nursing, right? So average is minimum 80% and minimum 75 in each of the subject and minimum 6.5 IELTS for a UG student. For PG, we have 2 nursing program. So that also you can apply.
Great. In terms of the students, because in few regions in India, we come up with the students who have interest in medical field and have studied bio, but not have taken the maths. So, is there any program which you can suggest to them to
Yeah,
take up
so
a
the best
program?
program for them is optationary, right? It has a lot of scope. We have one more program, biotechnology health. Again, a really, really great program. We have office admin health services, and then they can go for human services, early childhood, child and youth care, social service worker, development service worker. So huge option. And this is the best part because I'm in touch with the AECC team. Thank you for Ankit. We've been, gladly in touch, and we keep doing a lot of training. So all the counselor across the ACC office are fully updated with the Georgian information. So you can walk into any center and you'll find same information. Sometimes, the counselor are more updated than me because they are always on the website. They're asking me a lot of questions. So, just get back to your counselor in case of any confusion. Ask your counselor to send us an email. We'll be happy to revert within 24 hours with the solution.
Great, great. So, I think we have been getting a lot of questions related to program. So guys, for program related queries, like, most of the program for September 24 are open. So you can touch base with your counselor in your branch, in AACC branch. And since Rohan has already mentioned, like, there is an application fee waiver. So please bring your documents and share it with the counseling team so that we can apply to your choice of program at the earliest. Okay, so Sunil Pandey wants to know more actually, which program
Yeah.
we are working.
So,
Uh,
Ketul just want to reply that you don't have the OCAS access. It is with AECC. So you can ask them for the update and you can ask them to send me an email so that I can revert on the update on your deferred offer letter. If you can share your student ID, I can definitely check it right away for you. So Sunil have asked about aeronautical engineering, which we don't have. So I'm sharing the link for the engineering program that we offer so that you can check it easily that which all engineering program do we offer at Georgian College. But we do have aviation management on the management side in case you will be interested. I will definitely share the link for the aviation management too. So Ketul, if you can share your, number, student ID, I can definitely check it right away, your deferral status.
I think, Rohan, what we can do is I'll collate all the list from my team and send it across to you for all the deferrals, like, which are required from your end.
Sure,
That would be,
sure, definitely. See,
yeah,
we are here for you, even your counselor. Sometimes you really think that it's your counselor don't have the solution. Sometimes they don't have the answer from the college. So trust your counselor, trust your agency, send them the email. They know the process. You will get the reply faster by coordinating with your, counselor rather than sending an email directly to the college. Because your counselor know the history, your
right.
counselor can see it, and they have the access to your application. So I can see, Ketul, that you have applied for computer system technician and the deferral was already submitted. And which program change did you try? Yeah, so we are awaiting for the seat confirmation for your thing. So I will quickly write an email to my team for to have the status, updated status on that. So do take time for the deferral. So average processing time is 3 to 4 weeks, but I am writing an additional email so that I can check and get back to your counselor will get an email from Ankit about the status.
Great. Meanwhile, I'll also collate one list from all the team members and I'll send it to you by tomorrow, wherever we need any additional support in deferral. Great.
Sure.
So some more questions popping up.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
are
great.
okay. So I'm case of studies. Okay, in case of studies, I have done BCom. Average is less than 50%, but I have overall experience of 14 years. I don't think like it would be accepted,
I
Rohan.
can't see this question. Where
Yeah,
is
they
it?
have written directly to me. I'll
Okay,
put it
yeah.
in the
So,
main.
yeah, we do not accept, unfortunately, we do not accept mature student, but definitely AECC will give you some solution or some option, definitely. But we at Georgian College take maximum work as 5 years for the PG and 2 year for UG.
Rakesh, there are a lot of other options. You can please touch base with your counselor at your nearest ACC office. We will definitely help you on that. We have September 24 intake still open for most of the institutions. NOS is accepted. Charul wants to know.
So
No,
I
right?
already said no. We do not accept open school. We do not accept backlogs. We do not accept a lot of areas. We are a college which are focused on graduate success rate, academic success. So our requirement are little higher so that you have students next to you, which makes you feel more motivated, which makes you feel more challenging to perform and be the better version of yourself.
I think that's the reason, like, you guys are maintaining more than 90% of employability rate, which is quite rare, like, to maintain over a period of time. So So yeah, that's a good point. Like how the college has strategized, like taking the students in their intakes. Okay, so yes, thank you. Ketul has sent thank you. Okay, great. So Ketul will connect with you separately. I don't know why people are sending directly to me. I have
Oh,
2.2 years of experience in non-IT. Can I apply it for MS? My BTech passed out is 2017.
yeah,
Again,
but what BTech in which field?
MS, so BTech, yeah, the student has,
So you
see,
can
electrical
apply for
communication.
big data analytics. You can apply for project management. You can always apply for research analyst. So you can share your detailed profile with the ACC team. They can evaluate, and in case they would need my opinion, definitely I'm there with them on our chat group, on our training group. So don't worry, just share your resume and profile with the ACC team, and you will get a reward within 24 hours.
Okay, great. So the student has mentioned they have like, passed out in 2017. Would that be a
So
challenge,
18,
Rohan?
19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it's 6 years. We will see, looking at your overall profile, if we can make an exception. That is why I'm saying connect with the ACC counselor, because they make your profile. They make your profile
Right.
strong before they show it to me. They show that, hey, this student have good work experience. This student has command on this. They had this achievement. So just share your profile with the ACC team and we will give you a solution within 24 hours.
Great. Thank you so much, Rohan. So, Udyani, I hope you have got your answer. So please get in touch with our counselor. We'll take up your case and discuss with Georgian College. Okay, so I think we are close to ending our event. Rohan, any closing note or you want to share any feedback, final update, how they should be prepared for Fall 24?
So I would just say trust your counselor, and whatever your counselor share with you, please do research. Ask them back some question about your program. Do check your program curriculum. Changing the program is very difficult. Changing a campus, changing a college is next to impossible. So make sure you know about the city you are going, know the program that you'll be studying, which college is, what is the college location, and most important, right? That you are taking the decision. You are not taking decision that my uncle live in that city, that's why I took a decision, or my friend. You should read the program curriculum for sure, right? So if you are not happy with program curriculum, do not choose the program. Do not think that, okay, I'll going to study, I'll going to change the program, because most of the program are full before the student reaches there, so we don't have a seat, right? So always take the right decision while selecting the program. Don't look at Canada only thinking of PR or part-time job. Think of Canada looking at quality education, making you a better professional, giving you a global platform to work all over the world. And yes, it's a immigration-friendly country, but your first focus should be choosing a right program, choosing a right college will give you a right job.
I think that's a great advice from a veteran, I would say, in the overseas education industry. So nobody else can give you the better advice than Rohan itself from Georgian College. So thank you so much, Rohan, for taking out time for our team, our students, and giving the best advice and insights on Georgian College and overall Canada education. Thank you so much, Rohan.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining. Please be in touch with your nearest office, your counselor. We have options available in Georgian College for Fall 24 intake. As Rohan has already mentioned, we are having application fee waiver. So please come up with your documents, reach out to your nearest counselor and make your applications. Thank you so much for joining today and hope to see you again in upcoming sessions. Have a good day. Bye bye.